All right, we just finished 65 miles, 4.5 days. There was rain, there was sun, there was slips, trips, falls, there was laughs. There's some incredible views. It's kind of fitting that there's a thunderstorm because we even had one of those. We'd sure appreciate it if you'd join along, like, subscribe, join in, comment, do all that fun stuff on YouTube. If you want to learn a little bit about the Northville-Placid Trail, at least the last 65 miles of it, stay tuned. We're going to put this up in probably 4 or 5 parts or so. Join along. It was one hell of a journey. Good morning, America. It is about 10 to 6. We were both out pretty quick last night. Whoopsie, still sleeping. Sunday morning, day 3 of the trip. We got about 10.5 or 11 miles, something like that, to go do today. We're got Mountain House breakfast this morning, big breakfast. Kind of a tradition, Sunday morning, try to do big breakfast on the trip. And we both got a little doctoring to do to our feet with some duct tape, a couple of hot spots and those types of things. So we're going to lollygag a little bit this morning, not try to push it so quick and get out the trail. And that's about that in a nutshell. It's time for a little bit of coffee. I'm not gonna lie to you, I need a little bit of coffee to get me going.
Look out, mama, there's a white boat coming up the river with a big red beacon and a flag and a man on the rail. I think you better call John, 'cause it don't look like they're here to deliver the mail, and it's less than a mile away. I hope they didn't come to stay. He's got numbers on the
little
side
coffee,
and a gun, and it's making big waves.
a little scenery, a little more coffee, a little more scenery.
Daddy's gone, my brother's out hunting.
How's that look? You got your sausage, onions, peppers, egg, hash brown, gruel. Tasty gruel. That's how good it is. Look at him over there. Ed.
Leave me alone, man.
Daddy's rifle in my hand felt reassuring. He told me red means run, son, numbers add up to nothing. When the first shot hit the dock, I saw it coming. Raised my rifle to my eye, never stopped to wonder why.
This entire pole mod kit cost me maybe about 20 bucks. A little more to do. It adds so much additional blueprint underneath the tarp as far as getting in and out of the hammock and stuff. It's a great investment. All this is some shot cord, 3 equally cut pieces to the right length of tent pole and a couple of ends, and then just some dog bones tied out of some zinget. Real simple to do, nothing to it. Weighs 2 ounces. I love it. It's really good. I store it all right in my tent stake bag. Folds down. I pop it in. Where my tent stakes go, the pole for my tarp goes. If it's wet, I would do my hammock first. Everything's dry, do my tarp first. Great thing about the snake skins, these are from Wilderness Logics. Throw your rigging up in there, wrap it up, keeps it fairly untangled. There you have it. Just an easy way to keep stuff taken care of. It's real easy when you're rigging your tarp too. You don't have stuff flopping in the breeze and blowing around. It's just like watching people work. .48 degrees, got to a low of 46 last night. 750.
7:50. It was 9 o'clock, 2 hours.
I know. You know you're going to have a long day when... I've got something to show you. Came up with an idea right before this trip, gave it a try. I like it so far. And it's right here. What I did is I used one of the Walmart cheapo grommet punchers. I punched a hole in the bottom of my stuff sack that lets my whoopee sling come out. It does two things. Number one, it turns it into a quasi bishop bag. And number two, it lets me know where my head end always is. And I guess it tells me three things. The third thing is, I don't lose my stuff sack. Not that I ever did. Got to put your hammock in it. And when I wrap it all up, I'll show you how I do that. Got my hammock all done up here. The head end suspension is wrapped around. Straps, everything's in there. Morning number 3. As you can see behind us, the sun is out. The skies are blue. I don't think we're on the Northville-Placid Trail because we've been here an awful lot. We've never had a morning like this.
Never had.
Got 10 and a half, 11 miles to do today.
Easy.
We're going that way. We got to leave what's behind us. Go see what's ahead of us. Ed, how about some words of wisdom?
Let's get going.
We got to go! We've started doing poetry. My strides a little shorter, my steps a little slow. We finally hit the trail. We got 10 miles to go. How's that? Pretty good. We're about one day away from completely losing our mind.
Oh, no.
On a dark desert highway.
Cool wind in my hair.
One smell of colitis.
Rises up through the air.
Up ahead in the distance.
I saw a shimmering light.
My head grew heavy.
Spend my days with my womankind, you know, smoke my stuff and I drink all my wine.
They say the trip up Long Lake, about 50% of it you're along the shoreline and 50% you're back in the woods.
So I took my chances on a big jet plane. Never let them tell you that they're all the same. The sea was red and the sky was gray.
Ed's been leading the last little bit, and all of a sudden he stopped dead in the trail. And he asked me a question. He says, "Rob, how far did we go the first day?" I said, 16 miles. So he got a look on his face, and then he told me something.
Rob and I have been walking this morning, actually the last 2 days. We came to this tree. And that marks the halfway point on the trail. Yes, that's right, 32.5 miles. So 32.5 to go.
Not that tree?
That tree.
That tree.
That's the halfway point. Most people don't know it. I know it.
Okay? So when you cross by this tree, and you get to that tree, Ed says,
halfway.
The man knows what he's talking about, folks. The man knows. Wakely to Lake Placid, that is the halfway point.
Find a queen without a king. You know she plays guitar and cries and sings.
We're having fun. This is nice today.
Ride a white mare till the footsteps are down. You know, I'm trying to find a woman who's never
We
been.
work hard, save our money, buy a bunch of backpacking equipment so we can go do this.
Standing
Makes me
on
wanna
the
go to
hill
work.
of my mountain dreams. You know, I'm telling myself it's not as hard.
How about this?
And the six-pack, don't forget the
Yeah, all right, so we're gonna put it in order right now. We're going to Cold River 3 Lean-To. First things first, we'd like a 6-pack of cool beer. Each. Second, what do you want?
No. I'll go with a 6 for both of us. Don't want you to be slow on the
Just
trail.
six, just a six. All right, so 2 6-packs of beer. I would take, I've been talking about sausage. I want sausage, onions, and peppers, and a hoagie roll.
All right, sounds good.
And,
Double it up. Double it up.
You want the same thing?
Yeah.
And I want corn on the cob.
No, too messy on the trail.
Corn on the cob.
But I'll take 6 ounces of whiskey.
6 ounces. What kind of whiskey?
You can get me some. No, you know what? Get me a Crown and Crown Maple. Mix it 50-50.
That's right.
And double it up. Make it 12 ounces. You can have some.
So right now it's 10:42. We're sitting on a tree, and we're placing food and booze, and I might as well throw in a couple more cigars as well. Food, booze, and cigar orders sitting on a trail in the middle of the woods on a tree.
Yep, that sounds good.
We've officially lost our marbles. So coming up Long Lake at about the 7-mile mark, there is a screened-in spring. It's got running clear, fresh spring water. And we believe we have found it. Well, what we figured out is we scooped our water from in there. There's a pipe running into that. We hung the gravity bag. We're just finishing up filling our Gatorade bottles. The water's definitely much colder, and it's very, very, very clear. It's delicious, real good. In fact, we think that the water boy has been here. This is some high quality H2O. Behind us is the path. Ed didn't bring his Speedos. So we're gonna go around it. It is noted in the trail book that this is something you're coming to, and they want you to veer to the left, but It's not really what I expected to see. The book did it a little injustice. It made it sound better than what we were actually going to see. But this has been this way due to beaver activity for a while. Well, we're in a predicament. We got this Beaver Dam here. 50 yards to our left is Long Lake. We can't swim it. So we're going to try going across the top of the Beaver Dam.
We'll let out the water of the dam.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. One of two things are going to happen with me filming this. Either it's going to be a really good video. It's just precarious, as it's more on your mind than. What was that? What'd the sign say? Plumley's Landing. If you're wondering what to do when you get to that, just go right ahead and go across the Beaver Dam.
Carefully.
Carefully, but go across the Beaver Dam. It wasn't that bad, actually. The beavers did a good job. Just a little precarious is all. All right, we've made it to Plumley's lean-to, right on Long Lake. Gonna grab some lunch. It is. It's about. It's 12:30. And this puts us right about 6 miles in. Yep. So about 4 miles left to go today. We're gonna try to just grab a quick bite to eat. We got our shoes and stuff over there drying off. You can see through the trees a little bit, Long Lake. Pretty spot. Time to get some food. I got wrap envy. I got a little tiny wrap. Ed's got a big wrap. I had wrap envy last year, but I forgot to bring the right size wrap. How's lunch, boy? Sun-dried tomato and olive oil tuna on a wrap. Delicious. Hold on, Ed. Ed, let me see your foot. What's on your foot, Ed?
Duct tape.
Duct tape. What's on? Duct tape on my toes. Between my gaiters and my duct tape on my toes, I got fancy feet. I'll tell you what, it's a fun hobby. You get to wrap yourself up in duct tape, trops around over beaver dams, while you got your room and board strapped to your back.
A lot of fun.
Does anybody want to buy some hiking equipment? I'm going to hang it from a tree right here, Plumley lean-to. Leave $10 stapled to the tree, I'll have somebody come get it. There's Plumley's lean-to. Right out back is Long Lake. And some really incredible spots that if you were staying here, you could hang up and get a great night's sleep in a hammock. Number of places you could make it work right here. All right, Ed just gave me a math lesson on how much we've got left today, because I've been having a hard time keeping it straight in my head. We got 5.2 miles left. Our goal is to be on the trail at 1 o'clock and to be at camp at 3:30. So we're going to get moving. We're going to try to get there. But those camp spots do look nice right now, though. I'm going to go see if I can talk Ed into taking an afternoon nap. All right, here we are. Lean-to is where we have been. Lake Placid is where we're going to end up. Caitlin Bay is by where we started last night, or this morning. Right down that way's the trail. Right there's my hiking buddy. It's go time.
1.95.
Ooh. Hold on, little buddy. Ed, do you mind if I stand here and film this frog all afternoon?
Yeah, I do. Oh, snake.
Gotta go! Okay, here's more of the Northville-Placid Trail. We've been on the trail for about 10 minutes from the lean-to where we had lunch. And we got the good news is we got our feet dried out and our socks and shoes somewhat dried out in the sun and the breeze. Now, here we go. Now this is a good old-fashioned blow down in the trail. Let's make our way around it, brother. There's some really nice sections on this trail, this being one of them.
Found someone, and I thought of all the bad luck and the struggles we went through, how I lost me and you lost you. For all these voices outside love's open door, make us throw our back contentment, beg for something more. 'Cause I'm learning to live without you. But I miss you sometime.
We actually started over there and then made a big loop that way. And we're on this side now. But I gotta show you guys this lake with all the pines. This is gorgeous.
Forgiveness, even if you don't love me anymore.
Oh my goodness. Boys, you make it down here yet? Isn't this pretty? Woo!
We all need a little tenderness. How can love survive?
Now Ed, why'd I have to go and ruin the moment by screaming all?
All the trust in self-assurance
This is incredible.
that leads to happiness. They're the very thing.
So that detour that we told you about, in the trail book, it talks as if you got to take a left at some yellow ribbons and follow the yellow ribbons. I can tell you that the yellow ribbons aren't there, but it is officially marked with the blue trail signs. So no reason to look for the yellow markers. Stay on the trail, hang the left, work around the loop, take the time to walk down though and take a look. beaver's not happy about that being washed out. Although I'm happy the beaver did that, he gave us a nice, easy way to cross that.
There's a twisting river gleaming down a trail that's hot and steaming. Sculpture and memory of time. But I could look off in the distance. It was only for an instant. I could hear her talking to me in my mind. She's a Grand Canyon girl, south wander around the world, with a peace of mind not only I see. In a Grand Canyon land, you can hold a winning hand. In a game of life, it's here for you and me. I was staring at the sunset through a narrow canyon inlet.
3 o'clock, 72 degrees. Northville-Placid Trail. Day 3. What do you got?
Not much left.
Today, on the trail, or in life?
Today I don't have a lot left, I can tell you that.
I'm with you.
Tired.
All right. This trail was constructed between 1922 and 1924. And yesterday, we climbed up Blue Mountain Ridge, and we didn't get much of a view. And then we climbed back down it. We thought, you know, maybe the folks in 1922 were a little funny, had a sick sense of humor. So today has been a section that takes you to Shattuck Clearing. I'm gonna turn around here, I'm gonna show you Shattuck Clearing. This is it. The infamous Shattuck Clearing. You got the Grand Canyon, you got Yosemite National Park, and you got Shattuck Clearing. 3 things on your bucket list. Take this one off. Just past Shattuck Clearing, you're gonna hang a left. Take you down there. Cold River lean-tos. I've had a couple of people that have hiked this section before and a couple of through hikers tell me that Cold River 3 is a great lean-to. One of their favorites. We're less than a mile away. This is a look at happy people. Cold River, we're crossing the cold river. Cold River to my right. Cold River to my left. Lean to for the evening, straight ahead. 2 people walking on this makes it like a funhouse game. Cold River. A little bit of a vista. Where are we?
Bridge.
Cold
River.
River. Boy, that's a couple of big rocks. Suspension bridge number 2. Whoa, this one's teetery-tottery. There's a guy right there too. when you come off the suspension bridge, there's a lean-to right there. That's Cold River 4. We want to go to Cold River 3, so you just cross right in front of it and you keep going. That's not really why we stopped on this film. Ed, the man that we talked to at that lean-to, what do you have?
Lots of beer. We have no beer.
How much would you have given him for a beer?
Well, I would have started at $20. $20 for 4 beers.
For 4 beers?
It'd start there.
Would you pay 20 for 1 beer?
I'd pay for 20 for 2.
If anybody's got cold beer and they want to sell it, Cold River 3, May 25th, Sunday, May 25th, day before Memorial's Day. We're buying beer, $10 a beer.
$5 a beer. $10 later tonight.
Looking out the view of my front window. Cold River lean-to number 3. It just kind of circles right down and around. We just spent about 15 minutes with our feet dipped in the cold water. Felt pretty good. All right, a good man will walk about 32 miles, or no, we've been more than that, 32 miles, bring his buddy along, and then who shows up? The Sausage King of Hammock Forum shows up. What does he bring? Yeah, that's right, he brings sausages. No, he's got more sausages. This is duct tape. It's my buddy Russ. We joked around about this at the Hammock Forum hike that we did in the Finger Lakes National Forest. He humped in here 25 miles over 2 days and brought us sausages. I tell you, life is good. Life is good. Life is good. Whoopsie, what are you eating?
Leave me alone.
Why? Earlier today I asked Ed, why don't we ever get trail magic on the Northville-Placid Trail? That's trail magic, Ed, right there is trail magic.
Right.
Alright, a good day's getting better. We just ran into a group of 4 or 5 fishermen, and they just gave us this whole pack of hot dogs, big chunk of pepperoni, a whole block of cheese, and 4 hot dog rolls, and Whoopsie's going down to give a whole nother pack of hot dog rolls from them. We might stay here at Cold River number 3 for about a week. Boys, ready? Men, so far since the 3 of us got together, how has things gone?
Fantastic.
Fantastic. Duct tape, have things gone good for you? We got wood for a fire.
Right.
Somebody brought us hot dogs, sausage, pepperoni. We got cheese. And rolls. Anything else, Ed?
And these beauties.
What are those?
Just fish those right out of the creek.
Ooh. My question is, what's duct tape and Whoopsie gonna drink?
Cheers.
Cheers, man. Cheers. Feel the heat right here.
Oh, yeah.
Squeeze doesn't last long, but sure puts out a lot of heat. Makes your food taste good.
Okay.
All right, we're going to close in here on Casa da Duct Tape for the evening. He's going to talk through a little bit about what he's got and the type of hammock, and we'll see how many people even have heard of this type of hammock before.
Well, first thing is my OES Deluxe in Spinnaker fabric. Can't get this anymore. I'm going to be upset when it finally dies, but it's holding up really, really well so far. Here we got my Clater Expedition hammock.
A what?
Clater. I think Neo and I are the only ones that use them, and he doesn't use it anymore. He uses a DD, but it's basically the same. The Clater and the DD is the same design. It's got a double bottom. It's pretty heavy duty, but it's a shorter hammock, so it fits really well underneath most tarps. a lot of extra room. Got my lay low under quilt, which I use in the summer. In the winter, I go straight to pads in the Clader. It's really comfortable with pads. The Clader is not like some of the other hammocks. And my JRB Stealth with the head hole. So I can wear that. Keeps me nice and warm. And since I always have a campfire, I'm worried about standing near a fire with this. But I've gone old school, back to the old wool Pendleton. And I put this on top over my my Stealth, and I look like a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, but I'm really warm.
I think in the Adirondacks it's okay to have that type of a...
And my Gossamer Gear Mariposa. The
nice.
one.
Nice. Looks like he's using cinch buckles and straps. The man doesn't even bring stakes, doesn't need stakes up here.
No stakes.
It ties out to every stick, stone, twig, branch, and everything there is. That's awesome. That's awesome. A lot of people say that the spin makes a lot of noise.
You can pitch it really, really tight, and when it gets wet, not like sill where it starts to stretch. So when this gets really, really tight, it doesn't flap much at all.
Good
and
deal.
I have my Spiderline cord, which is way too heavy rated, but you can crank this down really tight. But I mean, you can hear right now
That's not loud, not any louder than anything anyways. You kind of look up through the woods now, and this is like the eeriest spot I think I've ever camped out in.
It's kind of squatchy.
It is, yeah, very Sasquatchy. All right, we've moved up to Whoopsie's sub deluxe rig. I'll tell you, the Mamba Jamba Tarp, you could hang 3 hammocks underneath this thing. It's huge, especially with the pole mods. Yours is the Eno double nest?
Yep.
Eno double nest with the Eno bug net.
Yep.
Hammock gear, under quilt and top quilt.
That's correct.
Slap straps. And it's interesting, watch what he does with his stakes. He likes to drive his stakes
Look at that one.
right down.
At least you can see him now.
He likes to drive his stakes right down into the ground because it makes it fun pulling them out in the morning. But the advice he gave me, what'd you tell me to do with my stakes?
Don't push them in too far. You don't need that.
Make it easier in the morning?
Right, it makes it easier in the morning, unless you're in a hurricane.
Duct Tape was just walking from our rigs. We were just doing the video shoot on all the different gear setups, and he came across this piece of metal, and the metal has been here. The entire Adirondacks has been logged for 150 years or better, right? And this piece of metal must have been laying on the ground, and this tree grew up around it. And you can see there's nothing, it's a solid metal band. And that tree goes way up there. We just figured out what this is. This is ring toss for Bigfoot. This is how Bigfoot plays ring toss. You go way up there, you get 3 throws for a nickel.
Sifting from 5 to 5, selling everything we found just to stay alive. Gold flow free like the whiskey in the bar. Said he was a big thing, Lord knowing. Said he was a star, and there's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air. Golden Dam Hills, and it's waiting for me there.
All right, it's about 10 o'clock, the end of day 3. 2 days left, about 24 miles. Got the bulk of it out of the way in the first 3 days. It was great to see Russ. One of those people you just kind of meet instantly and you get along with, and just a prince of a guy. The Sausage King. Little trail magic, met a couple of fishermen, the 4 fishermen. They left us some cheese and hot dogs, and Gave us 3 beers and what else they give us? Some pepperoni, hot dog rolls. That was real nice of those guys. And had a real nice fire set up, visiting, talking about the trail. Russ is a wealth of knowledge on the trail, and he also does guided hikes on the trail. I think his next one, if it becomes official, will be in August. So you know, between Northville-Placid the official website, or the Facebook page, you can probably get a hold of him. But all right, we're done. Feet are sore and tired. Been doctoring our feet up here the last day or day and a half or so, but gonna get a good night's sleep, get up in the morning, get going, try to get to either Duck Hole lean-to or Moose Pond lean-to. We're gonna see how the day goes. All right, good night, everybody.